Hello everyone, and welcome back. In this revision session, we're going to review some of the most important topics in supply chain management. If you've been following the lectures, you'll notice that many of these topics are connected. They don't work on their own. Instead, they support one another to help an organization operate more efficiently and serve customers better. As we go through this revision, don't just try to memorize definitions. Try to understand why companies use these strategies and how they improve business performance. That approach will help you much more when you are answering application-based questions. Let's begin with a simple question. What is the main purpose of supply chain management? Many people think it is simply about moving products from suppliers to customers. That is only part of the story. Supply chain management is really about creating value. Every activity, from purchasing raw materials to delivering the final product, should help satisfy customers while controlling costs and improving efficiency. That brings us to our first topic, customer relationship management, or CRM. Many students think CRM is only about customer service. Actually, it is much broader than that. CRM helps organizations understand who their customers are, what they want, how they buy, and what they expect from the company. Why is this important? Because customer information influences almost every decision in the supply chain. Imagine a sports retailer preparing for a major football tournament. If the company knows that demand for football jerseys and boots will increase, it can order more inventory, prepare additional warehouse space, and arrange transportation before customers start placing orders. Without good customer information, the company is simply guessing. Another important benefit of CRM is improving communication. Customers want accurate information. They want to know whether products are available. They want delivery updates. They want quick responses when problems occur. Even if there is a delay, customers usually appreciate honest and timely communication. That is why modern businesses use mobile apps, emails, and automated notifications to keep customers informed throughout the delivery process. CRM also helps companies personalize their services. Instead of offering the same products to everyone, businesses can recommend products based on previous purchases and customer preferences. This creates a better customer experience and often increases customer loyalty. Many companies also use loyalty programs. These programs encourage repeat purchases by rewarding customers for their continued support. However, loyalty programs should not focus only on discounts. The real objective is to build stronger relationships. Customers stay loyal because they trust the company, receive reliable service, and feel valued. Finally, remember that CRM supports better decision-making across the entire supply chain. Customer information improves forecasting. Better forecasting improves production planning. Better planning improves inventory management. And better inventory management leads to higher customer satisfaction. So, although CRM begins with the customer, its benefits extend throughout the entire supply chain. In the next part, we'll look at how organizations coordinate all these activities through integrated operations planning and strategic sourcing. That is where effective supply chain management really starts to come together. In the first part, we talked about customer relationship management, or CRM. We learned that understanding customers helps businesses make better supply chain decisions. Now, let's continue with another important topic, integrated operations planning, or IOP. Think about this for a moment. Imagine the marketing department launches a huge promotion without telling the production department. Customers start placing lots of orders, but production hasn't prepared enough products. The warehouse doesn't have enough inventory. Logistics isn't ready for the extra deliveries. Very quickly, customers become disappointed. The problem isn't that one department failed. The problem is that the departments didn't work together. That is exactly why integrated operations planning is so important. IOP helps every department work towards the same goal. Marketing, production, procurement, finance, warehousing, and logistics all share information and make decisions together. Instead of everyone working independently, the whole organization works as one team. One of the most important parts of IOP is demand forecasting. Businesses try to estimate how much customers will buy in the future. No forecast is ever perfect, but a good forecast helps companies prepare. If demand is underestimated, customers may face stock shortages. If demand is overestimated, companies end up with too much inventory sitting in the warehouse. Both situations increase costs. That is why organizations continuously update their forecasts using the latest sales information and market trends. Technology has made this much easier. Many companies now use advanced planning systems. These systems analyze large amounts of data very quickly. They help managers decide how much to produce, when to produce it, and where inventory should be stored. Real-time information is another major advantage. Instead of waiting until the end of the week to review reports, managers can see what is happening immediately. If customer demand suddenly increases, production schedules can be adjusted. If deliveries are delayed, logistics teams can respond quickly. The faster a company receives information, the faster it can make decisions. Another useful technique is scenario planning. Businesses don't rely on only one forecast. Instead, they prepare for different situations. What if demand suddenly doubles? What if a supplier cannot deliver? What if transportation costs increase? Thinking about these possibilities in advance helps companies react much faster when unexpected situations occur. Now, let's move on to strategic sourcing. Many people think procurement is simply buying products at the lowest price. Actually, modern procurement is much more than that. Today's organizations look for suppliers that provide long-term value. Price is important, but quality is equally important. Reliable delivery is important. Innovation is important. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important as well. Another strategy organizations use is supplier diversification. Imagine relying on only one supplier. If that supplier experiences problems, your entire production process may stop. By working with several qualified suppliers, businesses reduce the risk of disruptions. At the same time, companies also build long-term partnerships with their suppliers. Good suppliers don't simply deliver products. They contribute ideas, they help improve quality, they support innovation, they work together with the company to solve problems. The strongest supply chains are built on trust and collaboration, not just contracts. So remember this, integrated operations planning helps different departments work together. Strategic sourcing helps organizations choose and develop the right suppliers. When both are managed effectively, companies become more efficient, more flexible, and much better prepared to satisfy customer demand. In the next part, we'll continue with supplier evaluation and supply chain risk management. These two topics help organizations remain reliable, even when unexpected challenges arise. So far, we've discussed customer relationship management, integrated operations planning, and strategic sourcing. Now, let's look at what happens after a company has selected its suppliers. Many people assume that once a supplier has been chosen, the job is finished. Actually, that is only the beginning. Suppliers need to be evaluated regularly. Why? Because business conditions change. A supplier that performed well last year may face financial problems this year. Delivery times may become slower. Product quality may decline. Production capacity may decrease. If companies don't monitor supplier performance, these problems may only be discovered after customers are affected. That is why supplier evaluation is so important. Businesses measure supplier performance using key performance indicators, or KPIs. These might include delivery performance, product quality, lead time, pricing, flexibility, and customer service. The goal isn't to criticize suppliers. The goal is continuous improvement. For example, if a supplier starts delivering products later than expected, managers should investigate the reason. Is there a transportation problem, a shortage of raw materials, or perhaps production demand has increased unexpectedly? Understanding the root cause allows both organizations to work together on a solution. This brings us to supplier relationships. In today's business environment, suppliers are no longer treated as ordinary vendors. They're strategic partners. Strong supplier relationships are built on trust, communication, and collaboration. When companies communicate openly with their suppliers, both sides benefit. Suppliers can provide early warnings about potential shortages. They can suggest ways to improve product quality. They may even introduce new technologies or production methods that help reduce costs. The stronger the relationship, the stronger the supply chain. Now let's move to another very important topic: supply chain risk management. Over the past few years, businesses around the world have experienced many unexpected disruptions: natural disasters, global pandemics, political conflicts, cyber attacks, transportation delays, supplier failures. All of these events have shown us that no supply chain is completely free from risk. The question isn't whether disruptions will happen. The question is whether the organization is prepared when they do. The first step is identifying potential risks. Managers should ask questions like these. What happens if a supplier suddenly stops production? What happens if transportation routes are disrupted? What happens if customer demand changes dramatically? Thinking about these situations before they happen allows companies to prepare effective response plans. Another important strategy is improving supply chain visibility. Businesses need accurate information. They need to know where their inventory is, where shipments are moving, whether suppliers are experiencing delays, and whether production is operating as planned. The more visibility a company has, the faster it can respond. Some organizations also maintain safety stock for critical materials. This doesn't mean filling warehouses with unnecessary inventory. It simply means keeping enough essential materials to continue operating if unexpected disruptions occur. Technology also plays a major role in risk management. Artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and real-time tracking systems help companies detect problems much earlier than traditional methods. Instead of reacting after a disruption has occurred, managers can often identify warning signs in advance and take corrective action. Finally, remember that risk management isn't about avoiding every problem. That is impossible. It is about preparing for uncertainty. Companies that plan ahead recover much faster when disruptions occur. Let's put everything together. Supplier evaluation ensures suppliers continue performing well. Supplier relationships encourage collaboration and continuous improvement. Risk management protects the organization from unexpected disruptions. Together, these three areas help businesses build supply chains that are reliable, flexible, and resilient. In the next and final part, we'll explore sustainable supply chains, digital transformation, and bring everything together in one complete revision before your examination. We've covered customer relationship management, integrated operations planning, strategic sourcing, supplier evaluation, and supply chain risk management. Now, let's finish our revision with two topics that are shaping the future of supply chain management. The first is sustainability. The second is digital transformation. Let's begin with sustainability. Many years ago, businesses mainly focused on making profits. Today, that is no longer enough. Customers, governments, and investors expect organizations to operate responsibly. This means companies must think about people, the environment, and long-term business success. A sustainable supply chain aims to balance these three areas. Companies should reduce waste, use resources efficiently, protect the environment, treat workers fairly, and still remain profitable. One important activity is responsible sourcing. Businesses should not choose suppliers based only on price. They should also ask questions like these. Does the supplier follow environmental regulations? Do they provide safe working conditions? Do they operate ethically? These questions are becoming just as important as cost and quality. Many organizations also carry out supplier sustainability audits. These audits help ensure suppliers meet environmental and ethical standards. But remember, the goal isn't to punish suppliers. The goal is improvement. Many companies work closely with suppliers by providing training, sharing knowledge, and helping them improve their sustainability practices. This creates stronger long-term partnerships. Sustainability also includes investing in better technology. For example, companies are using energy-efficient equipment, electric delivery vehicles, recyclable packaging, and renewable energy sources. These investments may require money at the beginning, but over time, they often reduce operating costs while improving the company's reputation. Now, let's move on to digital transformation. If someone asked you what has changed most in supply chains over the past 10 years, technology would probably be one of the first answers. Digital transformation is changing the way organizations plan, produce, transport, and deliver products. One important technology is artificial intelligence, or AI. AI helps businesses analyze huge amounts of information very quickly. It can identify customer buying patterns, predict future demand, recommend inventory levels, and even suggest better transportation routes. Another important technology is predictive analytics. This uses historical and current data to forecast future events. Instead of waiting for problems to happen, companies can identify possible shortages, delivery delays, or changes in demand before they become serious. Real-time information has also transformed supply chains. Managers no longer need to wait until the end of the week for reports. They can monitor inventory, production, deliveries, and customer orders as they happen. This allows much faster decision-making. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is another useful technology. Sensors can monitor the location of products, warehouse conditions, equipment performance, and delivery vehicles. If something goes wrong, managers receive immediate alerts and can respond quickly. Automation is also becoming increasingly common. Many warehouses now use robots to move products, sort orders, and prepare shipments. Automation improves speed, reduces human error, and increases productivity. However, it is important to remember that technology doesn't replace good management. Technology supports people. Managers still need to analyze information, make decisions, solve problems, and lead their teams effectively. Successful organizations combine advanced technology with skilled employees. Let's take a step back and think about everything we've covered. Sustainability helps organizations build responsible supply chains. Digital transformation helps them build smarter supply chains. When these two approaches work together, businesses become more efficient, more competitive, and better prepared for the future. In our final part, we'll bring all these concepts together and finish with some practical revision tips to help you prepare for your examination. We've covered quite a lot of material together. Now, let's bring everything together and look at the bigger picture. One of the biggest mistakes students make is studying each topic separately. They memorize definitions, they memorize advantages and disadvantages, but they don't understand how the topics connect. In reality, every part of the supply chain is linked. Let's see how. Everything begins with the customer. Customers tell businesses what they want through their buying behavior and feedback. Customer relationship management helps organizations collect that information and understand customer expectations. Next comes planning. Once the business understands customer demand, it can forecast future sales more accurately. Integrated operations planning then brings different departments together: marketing, production, procurement, warehousing, finance, and logistics. Everyone works towards the same objective. After that comes sourcing. The company selects suppliers that can deliver quality products, competitive prices, reliable deliveries, and long-term value. But selecting suppliers isn't enough. Their performance must be monitored continuously. Supplier evaluation helps organizations identify problems early and improve supplier performance through collaboration. At the same time, businesses must prepare for uncertainty. That is where supply chain risk management becomes important. Companies identify possible disruptions before they happen. They improve visibility across the supply chain. They diversify suppliers. They prepare contingency plans. All of this helps the business recover quickly when unexpected situations occur. Sustainability is another important piece of the puzzle. Modern organizations are expected to operate responsibly. They should reduce environmental impact, support ethical sourcing, build strong relationships with suppliers, and create long-term value for society as well as shareholders. Finally, digital technology connects everything together: artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, cloud computing, IoT, automation. These technologies provide managers with better information and support faster decision-making. But remember this: technology is only a tool. Good decisions still depend on knowledgeable managers who understand how the entire supply chain works. So if you remember only one thing from today's revision, let it be this: supply chain management is about integration. No department works alone. Every decision affects another part of the organization. Customer demand affects production. Production affects procurement. Procurement depends on suppliers. Suppliers influence risk. Technology supports every stage, and sustainability should be considered throughout the entire process. Before we finish, let me give you a few revision tips. First, don't memorize long lists without understanding them. Instead, ask yourself why a company would use a particular strategy. Second, whenever you study a concept, think about how it improves customer satisfaction, operational efficiency, or business performance. Third, use practical business examples whenever possible. This demonstrates that you understand how the concepts are applied in the real world. Finally, always think like a supply chain manager. If you are presented with a business problem, don't focus on only one department. Look at the entire supply chain. Consider customers, suppliers, operations, technology, risk, and sustainability. This broader perspective will help you develop stronger answers and better recommendations. I hope this revision session has helped you connect the different topics we've studied throughout the course. Remember, success in supply chain management doesn't come from memorizing notes. It comes from understanding how different business functions work together to create value. I wish every one of you the very best in your examination. Stay calm. Read each question carefully. Manage your time wisely. Support your answers with clear explanations and relevant examples. Most importantly, have confidence in yourself. You've attended the lectures. You've completed the revision. Now trust your preparation and do your best. Thank you for watching this revision session. I wish you every success in your examination, and I hope to see you again in another lecture very soon. Good luck, everyone, and take care.